Oh, can you so see background? Yeah, you can see that chair. That's really weird. Okay, so super informal products video, because what had happened was I filmed it once and then I loaded it onto iMovie and then I finalized the movie and it was done and ready to go. But when I deleted all like the source clips, even though it was a finalized .mov movie, all of a sudden it wouldn't I don't know. So, because I was trying to clean off my laptop before school. Do you even realize how much has happened since the last video? I have graduated high school, prom happened, I had my graduation party, which literally there was like 18 people sleeping in my house for a couple nights, and then there was a bunch of people that came to the party, and I am so tired. I don't know how many of you guys that watch me are also subscribed to PixieWoo, and which I love PixieWoo. They were some of the first, like, one of the first YouTube channels that I watched when I started watching YouTube. And this thing is really, like I said, one of the first channels I watched, and they started this whole new like body talk thing or whatever, I don't know. But they had this lady named Clarins on the show or the video to talk about skincare, and just her explanation of things and the simplicity and the no-nonsense policy really kind of spoke to me. And I really, like, I started reading her blog, started, you know, seeing other videos that she had been in, and I just loved her theory and her philosophy about skincare and about how, you know, you need to take care of your skin. Can you see past? No. Because you only have one face, and why not take care of it? You feel me? So that really spoke to me, and I was really, like, I really enjoyed just listening to her and listening to what she had to say. So I went out and I ordered and bought some stuff that she just recommended, and I have noticed a huge improvement in my skin. And I know that, like, Accutane made a big difference, but I haven't had any breakouts since then, and my skin texture has really just been improving. So cleansing, I got this since the Emma Hardy Cleansing Balm, which was like her #1, was really hard to get a hold of. But this is also on her list, the Clarins Extra Comfort Cleansing Cream. And in the box it comes with one of the little spoons, you know, the plastic little scooper out things. But, I mean, one of these is going to last a long time. I've had this for about, I think, what, a month or so now. And since you use so little of it at a time because it's so effective, it really will last quite a long time. I got mine on a really great deal. It's this website called Beauty Encounter. I have the box over there. But I don't know if they're partnered with Google, but they're like a Google verified site. So like if the website, like if your order gets lost or the website doesn't send you the stuff, Google will pay for, they will refund your money back. It's like Google is verifying that it's a trusted site and that they take responsibility. But, I mean, the order came really quickly. Everything was wrapped all real nice, and it was really inexpensive shipping. And I got a really great deal. This, I think I paid like $25 for. Normally, I think it's around $40 because they were having a special on Clarins. And to follow up with that, instead of using like a scrub, or just like the Dermalogica Gentle Cream Exfoliator, which is alright. It's not as effective as I would like it to be. Thanks a lot, Lisa Eldridge. But this is the Gentle Exfoliator Brightening Toner that you follow up your cleansing with. And this, even though this has like alcohol in it and it's got a lot of like alpha hydroxy acids, for some reason, it doesn't sting at all, and that's excellent, but it does give my skin a brightened appearance, and it does improve the texture of my skin. So I've been loving those. I'll either use this on its own, or I will use the Boots Gentle Refreshing Cleansing Water Essential thing, whatever, and then I'll use it in combination with the Super by Dr. Nicholas Perricone, the Detox Elixir Hydrating Mist, because this has watercress and like super fruits in it and stuff. But what I'm going to have to do is transfer it. I used to just take like a cap and try and put it in here and spray it, but I'm going to have to transfer a little bit into a spray bottle that, I mean, I really clean this out like with hydrogen peroxide and alcohol and stuff, but this is good stuff as well. And none of these things leave your skin feeling tight, which I think is important. I want to make a video on like skincare problems and solutions, because there's just some things that like I feel like people need to know. So that's what I've been using, cleansing toner. For moisturizers and whatnot, I did purchase a few things. Let me just explain some things to you, friends. Well, this is what I use every day, the Vichy Aqualia Thermal. And this was something she recommended before I bought this before I even came across her blog, so I guess I'm like doing something right. But something that you need to avoid is mineral oil or lanolin in your products, because that basically creates a barrier so that any of the like skincare goodies like the hyaluronic acid and peptides and antioxidants and stuff, they can't penetrate the skin because the mineral oil is, for lack of a better word, it's cock blocking all the good stuff from entering your skin. So mineral water, though, is really rich in minerals and nutrients and stuff, and it's really, going to be good for your skin. So that's something that I've really been enjoying. And I got mine at Walgreens. They recently started carrying Vichy stuff, which is kind of really cool. But let me just tell you, this product right here, it's another super by Dr. Nicholas Perricone, which I think they recently just discontinued this line, because I remember seeing an ad for it in Sephora fairly recently, but I think they recently just stopped making it. So I ordered all mine from strawberrynet.com or whatever, and it took we just won't talk about that website. Not my favorite that I've ordered from. Not like they did anything wrong, but it took like 3 weeks for my order to get here, and I had to send them a picture of like my credit card, like billing statement or whatever to prove like my identity, but I only spent like $50. So like, girl, if it's $50 going to someone weird, I don't care. Weird. But this product, the Night Recharge Retinol Treatment with Red Algae Astaxanthin? I don't know. This is one of the few products that actually has a claim that it 100% follows through with. This says that it will awake from your nightly slumber with skin that's positively dreamy. This is one of the few products that I've ever used that I actually wake up the next morning with visibly different and radiant skin. This one by Origins, the Night Health Bedtime Face Cream, which will lavender and mandarin essential oils relaxes body, mind, and spirit to help ensure a restful night, pleasant dreams. Helps release visible expression lines. None of that shit works. I mean, this is a good face cream. I do use it for every once in a while, but it's not something that's going to make a difference when you wake up. This, however, is a miracle. This actually is one of the few products that works. And I use it in combination with another super by Perricone, the Omega Moisture Chia, is it Chia or Chia Omega 3 Nourishing Cream. And this one has a lot of omega-3s in it, so you have to do a skin test patch because it does give a little tingly feeling because it's so rich in nutrients. But it comes with a little scooper, you scoop it out, and you need just a little bit, and this is very, very hydrating, very rich, very, very smooth. So I use those together, these little guys together. Wake up with visibly improved skin. That's just, I can't put it any other way, but it actually makes a difference when I wake up in the morning. Because I'm also prescribed some Tazarac cream, which is a little bit too intense for my skin, especially in the summer with the heat and the sun exposure. It really kind of breaks down my skin because it's essentially exfoliating my skin off to get rid of all the little scars that I have left over. But yeah, it's a little bit too much to use for every day, so I save it for every once in a while. So that's skincare, essentially, and then I follow up and with eye creams or whatever. But we'll talk about what I wore for prom, and I'll insert a picture of my prom look. I loved my tuxedo. It was green. It was an emerald forest green with like an iridescence to it. It was beautiful. I had a spiked bow tie. Definitely the best dressed male at my prom. Can I be honest? Like, and my date, Brooke, is glamorous and gorgeous, and like Dita Von Teese perfect. And we were the best looking couple at prom. I will not lie. That's the truth. What I wore for prom. I mixed two of some of my favorite foundations, the Chanel Vitalumiere and Vitalumiere Aqua. This one's a little bit too dark, this one's a little bit too light, this one's a little, the finish is perfect, but this one gives a little bit more glow, which I wanted, so I mixed these together. perfect foundation combination ever. Ideally, I would like to get this in a lighter shade that I can use during the winter time because it does give you that amazing glow. Whereas this has it has alcohol in it, so I think it's a little bit better for summertime or springtime. I can still use it in the winter, but you know. So these two together, I felt extra glamorous. And then I set everything with the Hourglass Mood Light, or Ambient Powder in Mood Light, which is a pink. So it kind of counteracted, if this got a little bit too orangey, it counteracted the golden undertones that were might have been a little bit too strong by neutralizing it a little bit, but still giving me that nice, I still had a little bit of a golden glow to my skin. Whereas this is basically like the most perfect powder ever. I want to try more of these, even though they're super expensive, because they just give you this effect that you cannot explain. It really is like an optical blur, optical diffusing, and this pink shade, I definitely was like happy to have this one because this is going to counteract you from looking too orange or too gold by kind of neutralizing things a little bit. And it's great for setting under eyes with, and the finish is like, it will mattify your skin, but you are not left looking flat. You still have dimension and glow to your skin. It's amazing. Super great. Basically what I've been wearing every single day is the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturiser, as you can see. Well, I just shook it up, now you can't see, but I've used a good amount of it. I think I've used that much of it. This is a little bit too hydrating for my normal skin though. I do notice that I have to wear powder with this, otherwise it's a little bit too much. So maybe I'll give the oil-free a shot one day, depending on, I don't know, just college, you know. But amazing. This just really gives you a nice finish, gives you a little bit of coverage. It's just, you know, everything I think I could ask for, sans the being a little bit too oily throughout the day. This I'm reserving for use starting in LA, the Shiseido Tinted UV Protector for urban environment, because I don't really need it in the suburbs right now. But, and considering you only get an ounce, I want to kind of reserve it. But, definitely amazing. It looks great when layered underneath the bareminerals Ready foundation, which is another favorite, which I forgot to grab, but definitely an amazing thing underneath that. And that powder on its own is amazing as well. So check that one out if you live in the city. Something I was really disappointed with, Illamasqua Skinbase foundation. Maybe it's like the shade is a little bit too dark, a little bit too yellow for me, but it's not so much that as like, it just wasn't all, the hype was not there. You know what I mean? Like, the hype was there, but the payoff was not so great. Gave a little bit too heavy coverage for my liking, and it didn't look invisible on my skin. You really have to work it in to get it to blend in really nicely. And the finish was like, are you trying to be matte, or do you want to be satin, or like, pick one. It was like halfway in between, but it didn't do either of them really 100%. So it was kind of frustrating, but not my favorite. And which is kind of sad, because Illamasqua is a brand that I really like their philosophy of like encouraging weirdness, but just not my favorite. If you have dark brows, do not buy the Milani Brow Tint Pen Felt Tip Brow Color in 02 Dark Brown, because it is far too red. Who the fuck has eyebrows like that? No one. But what you need to get is, let me grab it, for if you have dark brows. If you have brows like mine, if you have naturally dark hair, the Anastasia Brow Whiz in Ebony. Now, let me give you a little bit of some shit. This is the first one I bought. I bought it at my local JCPenney inside Sephora. Do you see? Nothing coming out, right? Basically, the shit broke off, and I don't know where it went. I noticed it like the second day I think I had it, and like because I store it upside down, because there's a spoolie on the other side, which is amazing, by the way, to have a spoolie on a brow product. I don't know why it's so much to ask from other companies. But, shit broke off. So what I had to do is I had to buy another one, because I can't return something if the entire product's missing. I mean, I'm sure I could, but I just would feel kind of bad. You know what I mean? I don't know where it went, so I had to go buy another one. Just frustrating, but it's worth it. Like, if this is a product I'm going to repurchase even if I run out. So I made sure this one's not going to fall out. But do you see how fine this tip is? It's hard to tell since my camera doesn't autofocus. Yeah, I'm hopefully going to get a new camera though. But this is the single best brow product if you have dark brows, because I love this one as well. The Flower Beauty brow pencil, which looks like it's cracking. I don't know how. But the tip is massive. So you can't really get hair-like strokes. You really can just kind of darken everything up. But this you can actually create little hair-like strokes with, which I love. And then the spoolie is great at blending everything out. So definitely the best brow product ever, and I love it so much. So worth it. 21 bucks. Give you the best brows ever. Like, there is a correlation. Let me make sure I don't use the one that is missing. I bought this as well, NARS Larger Than Life. In, what's it called? I know, Barrow Street. Mint eyeliner for summer. I can't actually think of anything more perfect. And just the fact that it's NARS coming up with a mint eyeliner. I love NARS so much. You guys know. I mean, that's my brand. I want to work for them one day. I know it. But yeah, super amazing. And the formula of Larger Than Life pencils makes Urban Decay 24/7 pencils look like they're just like plain old eye kohl's. Like, this will last through washing your hands 5-6 times. And the pigment is all there as well. Another amazing eyeliner is Rimmel Scandalize, and Nude. Makes my Chanel eyeliner look like bullshit because this is so creamy. And this is one of the few eyeliners on the waterline that will actually last. And which is amazing because it's only like $3 from the drugstore, and it's a nude eyeliner at the drugstore, which is unheard of to begin with. But yeah, super amazing, super creamy, and it really does last a long time on the eyes, which is all I can ask for. Something I'm getting into using again, the Laura Mercier mineral powder. Rich Vanilla is a little bit dark. I would like to go a shade lighter. Ooh, I kicked the chair that my camera's on. I would like to go a shade lighter, and because this is just a little bit too dark, but I do kind of use this on the outer perimeter of my face because it does have a little bit of like a glow to it. It has pearl powder in it, so it's going to give me a little bit of dimension and glow, but still setting my tinted moisturizer or foundation or whatever. So perhaps I'll get a shade that's a little bit closer to my skin tone, because this is probably the darkest I want to get for the summertime, and this is a little bit too dark. So yeah, but this is one of the few products that I would actually purchase a separate shade for because it's so good, and I really would like to have, same with this, you know, like, even though they're expensive, they're so good that it's worth getting a shade that, if the shade is not right, that would match a little bit better. So, I hope you guys enjoy this. Oh, one more thing, freaking most amazing self-tanning product ever, Saint-Tropez Bronzing Mousse with the mitt. As you can see, I've used it. So easy to use. I actually don't mind the smell. I think it kind of smells kind of good. Smells kind of clean, but this will not make you look orange because when you pump it out, it literally looks like a green booger, because when you blend it in, it's going to give you that olive tone. It doesn't have any really red bases to it, and it's so easy to work onto the skin with this mitt. You're supposed to like make like a claw, so that way when you put it on your hands, it doesn't settle into the wrinkles and stuff. I don't know. Super easy to use, and it doesn't really streak. You just have to make sure you blend out your edges kind of good. Because it does last quite a long time on the skin as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Until my next video, I'll talk to all y'all later. Bye, guys.